Have you ever wondered why some entrepreneurs stay committed for years, steadily growing successful businesses, while others give up after only a few months? It often isn't because they are more talented, more intelligent, or even more motivated. One of the biggest differences is the ability to delay gratification. And many entrepreneurs start with excitement and high expectations. But when results don't come quickly, doubt begins to creep in. They question their business, change direction, convince themselves that what they are doing simply isn't working. Meanwhile, another entrepreneur keeps showing up consistently even when nobody seems to notice. They continue learning, improving, and taking action. Months or years later, they are the ones people describe as an overnight success. I'm Renata Karlinskaite, a psychotherapist and hypnotherapist, and I help entrepreneurs unlock their potential by overcoming the psychological barriers that hold them back. Before we begin, if you would like to better understand which hidden mental blocks may be limiting your business growth, I have created a free entrepreneurial mental blocks assessment. You can request it using the link in the description below. In this video, we will explore what delayed gratification really means, why it's one of the most important psychological skills an entrepreneur can develop, and how you can strengthen it to build a business that lasts. So, what exactly is delayed gratification? Delayed gratification is the ability to choose a larger future reward instead of an immediate reward or immediate comfort. It's deciding to do something today that may not pay off until weeks, months, or even years later. As entrepreneurs, we experience this constantly. You might spend hours creating content before anyone follows you. You might improve your website before new clients arrive. You might invest in learning new skills long before they generate more income. Every one of these actions requires believing that today's effort will create tomorrow's opportunities. Behavioral scientists call this temporal discounting. It simply means that our brains naturally place more value on rewards we can have now than on rewards that arrive in the future. From an evolutionary perspective, this made sense. Our ancestors needed to focus on immediate survival rather than long-term business goals. But in modern entrepreneurship, this natural tendency can work against us. Our brains are constantly looking for quick rewards. Checking social media notifications, refreshing your sales dashboard, reading emails, or scrolling through your phone all provide small bursts of satisfaction. On the other hand, building a personal brand, developing systems, networking, writing a book, or improving your skills often brings little or no immediate reward. That's why these important activities can feel difficult to stick with, even when we know they are the right things to do. This isn't because you are lazy or lacking discipline. It's because your brain is doing exactly what it evolved to do: seek immediate certainty and reward. The good news is that just like any psychological skill, delayed gratification can be strengthened with practice. When entrepreneurs struggle with delayed gratification, it often shows up in subtle ways. They constantly change business ideas because they expect quick success. They jump from one marketing strategy to another before giving any of them enough time to work. They lower their prices too quickly because they are desperate for immediate sales. They avoid uncomfortable conversations, delay making important decisions, or spend profits as soon as they arrive instead of reinvesting in future growth. From the outside, these behaviors may look like poor business decisions, but underneath them is often something much deeper: a desire for immediate certainty, relief, or reassurance. That's why building a successful business isn't only about learning marketing or sales. It's also about learning how to manage, your own psychology. This is exactly why I use my 6 entrepreneurial success pillars, because sustainable business growth depends on much more than strategy alone. Clear vision and strategic focus helps you stay committed to your long-term goals. When your vision is clear, you are much less likely to become distracted by every new opportunity, trend, or shiny object. Instead, your vision reminds you why today's effort matters, even when the results aren't visible yet. Bold aligned action helps you keep moving forward even when success isn't immediate. Many entrepreneurs give up too soon because they mistake slow progress for failure. In reality, the actions that create lasting success often take time to compound, and consistent action is what eventually produces meaningful results. The resilient mindset and emotional strength is closely connected to delayed gratification because it helps you tolerate the discomfort of waiting for results. Entrepreneurship is full of uncertainty, rejection, setbacks, and periods where it feels like nothing is happening. Emotional resilience allows you to keep moving forward without abandoning your goals. Instead of asking, "Why isn't this working?" you begin asking, "What can I improve while I keep moving forward?" A money beliefs and wealth capacity helps you make financial decisions with your future in mind, rather than your immediate emotions. Delayed gratification often means reinvesting profits, improving your skills, building better systems, or hiring support instead of spending money on short-term rewards. These choices may not feel exciting in the moment, but they create the foundations for long-term financial growth. Authentic confidence and visibility helps you continue showing up even when you don't receive immediate validation. Many entrepreneurs stop creating content because they don't see instant likes, comments, inquiries, or sales. But true confidence isn't built by constant external approval. It develops every time you continue showing up because you believe in the value you provide, even before everyone else sees it. Well-being, boundaries, and energy management reminds us that delayed gratification isn't about pushing yourself to exhaustion. It's about making choices today that allow you to perform at your best tomorrow. Getting enough sleep, exercising, taking breaks, setting healthy boundaries, and protecting your mental energy may not feel productive in the moment, but they help you build a business that lasts. So, how can you strengthen delayed gratification in your own business? First, begin thinking beyond today's results. Instead of asking, "What will help me feel better today?" ask yourself, "What decision will my future self thank me for 6 months from now?" That simple question often shifts your focus from short-term comfort to long-term growth. Second, celebrate consistency instead of only outcomes. You can't always control when new clients arrive or when sales increase, but you can control whether you publish today's video, make today's sales call, or complete today's important task. When you reward yourself for keeping your promises rather than only achieving results, motivation becomes much more sustainable. Third, expect discomfort. Waiting for results is uncomfortable. Growth often feels uncertain. There will be times when it seems like your efforts aren't paying off. That doesn't mean you are failing. It often means you are in a stage where foundations are still being built. Finally, remember that businesses rarely grow because of one huge breakthrough. More often, they grow because of hundreds of small decisions made consistently over time. Every video you create, every conversation you have, every skill you develop, every improvement you make, they all compound. Much like planting seeds in a garden, You don't dig them up every week to check if they are growing. You continue watering them, trusting that growth is happening beneath the surface. If you would like to discover which hidden mental blocks may be limiting your business growth, simply click the link below to request your free Entrepreneurial Mental Blocks assessment. And if you are ready to move beyond awareness and begin creating change at a subconscious level, you can also learn more about my 5-week digital mindset and hypnosis program, Rewire to Succeed Entrepreneur. Both links are in the description below. Remember, the entrepreneurs who build lasting success aren't necessarily the smartest or the most talented. More often, they are the ones who are willing to do today's work for tomorrow's reward. They understand that success is built through patience, consistency, resilience, and the willingness to keep going long before the results become visible. If you found this video helpful and you would like more psychology-based strategies to help you overcome mental blocks and grow your business, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.